Good morning. Welcome to One Yard Wednesday. I'm Colleen from GEDesigns. We are in sunny Chaska, Minnesota, and it's a beautiful, cool day this morning, and we're just having so much fun at GE. We welcomed the whole family back from Iceland yesterday. That was super fun. I don't think anybody was more excited than Kobe the dog.
Oh my goodness, no. He was freaking out.
He was freaking out. So again, welcome to One Yard Wednesday. I'm Colleen, and we have two producers this morning. We have Mr. KP and Mr. GP.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I have to tell you a little story. So my mom has been watching for our show on TV. And so...
That's pretty funny.
I know. This is our 78th show. And I showed her once on on YouTube, and but she just really had it in her mind that we were on TV. So I worked with my brother to get her set up on YouTube, and so I got a call from her the other day telling me that she found our show on YouTube, and it was really good. And her number one comment was how great those two boys are.
Oh my goodness.
I said, well, what do you think about me, Mom? Yeah, you did a nice job, but those boys.
I think I like your mom.
I think you would like her. Yeah. So anyway, if you're watching, Mom, hello from me and from the boys, of course. So One Yard Wednesday is my favorite morning of the week. I'll tell you that because we always have some fun and creative ideas for fabulous fabrics at fantastic prices. And today we have a collection selected by our very own Mr. KP. So...
It's a favorite.
It's a favorite. It's a favorite. So when we look at it, we'll give you a chance to talk about why you like it and why you selected it. How does that sound?
Probably going to be not very many quilting terms, but...
No. There's no quilting terms needed. Just why, your love of fabric is all this is about. So reminder to you that sale prices won't be live until after the show is concluded. So sit back and relax, and then you can do all of your fun shopping. So on the set this morning, we have two fun quilts from the Stripology Quickies book, and Gudrun showed this on Tipsy Tuesday yesterday. It's finally here. She's sitting in the warehouse signing like crazy with stacks of books in front of her. That would be a good reel, guys.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I got to get on that after this.
Yeah. Listen to me, a good reel. I'm so in the know.
You're so hip.
I know. So behind me, of course, is Dina, and I really love Dina, and I have made a couple of Dinas, and I put Dina here because I think the fabric today would be spectacular in Dina. So we'll look at that. And behind KP and GP is Frankie, and I love Frankie also.
Wrong way.
I
Wrong
really
way.
I love the block, and I had a boyfriend named Frankie.
Did you?
I did. So that could be why I love Frankie so much.
Was that a high school boyfriend?
No,
or
like middle school.
Middle school. Perfect.
Yeah. So I've got to make myself a Frankie. So Frankie, if you're watching, hey, I'm not sure.
I really love both these fabrics and these quilts.
I do too.
The
I do
little
too.
swan one, and
Yes.
as well as the Live Out Loud.
Yes. I absolutely do. And I have my eyes set on a Skylar as well. So let's go ahead and get started looking at this collection of fabrics. This is curated by Mr. KP, and this is Stonehenge Autumn Splendor.
I think you missed something.
For Northcott. Oh, I missed the question.
You did?
Okay, I'll stop. I got so excited talking about Frankie. But we have a question from our very own GP.
Hello, everyone. Our question today is, what was your favorite Iceland experience? And I would have to say that my favorite experience while I was there was I got to go off-roading up in the mountains with my uncle. And we were like driving. He has a pretty loaded up Jeep, and we got to drive over rivers and just drive over a bunch of stuff, and we were up in the mountains. And I've never done that in Iceland before, so that was my favorite. But obviously, more than anything, just being with the family every day that I don't get to see. That was the best. So that's the question.
Oh my gosh. That's an awesome story, GP. You'll have to show us some pictures of that.
Will do.
Will do.
You got to go
Alrighty.
golfing too, didn't you? That's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. He said he got to do all the things that were on his list and probably more. So we're so grateful to have everybody back safe and sound. So this fabric today is, like I said, Stonehenge Autumn Splendor, and this comes to us from Northcott. And we have, pardon me? A few different lines from Northcott. And we have a special addition to the collection that I'll show you at the end. So why don't we go ahead and get started looking at this fun fabric. First up is a floral print, and how pretty is this? This one is called Water's Edge Navy, and I like this. It almost looks like a honeycomb effect, but I love the structure of this. The florals, it's got some butterflies in here, and the blue and the green are just really a fun play on each other. I like this one a lot.
I think it looks like a kaleidoscope.
It does look like a kaleidoscope. It sure does. It sure does. And then we have Leaves Mid Teal. And isn't this pretty? These muted leaves on this light teal background. And I love how tossed these are and very soft and pretty. And then we have some ferns. And this one is called Ferns Prussian. It's this deep blue-green, and again, very pretty color, and you can see how these are starting to play together. And the ferns are different shades of blues and greens on a very dark blue background, and very rich, and I love this. Are you starting to see this in Dina? And I think this one is also a great print. This is called Cross Grain Logs Pine. So if you look closely, you can see, and maybe I should hold it up close, so you can see the logs. That's cool? Cross Grain Logs. So obviously it has this really cool organic vibe, and on that lighter teal background, and then there's sort of the browns in here and the different shades of teal, really, really cool. And we have another ferns. This is Ferns Evergreen. So a little less blue than the first one, but still all playing really fun together. Love this a lot. More leaves. This is Leaves Light Teal. And I think that is also pretty. I love the varying values here, going from the darks to the very light. It gives us a lot of interest, of course. And then one more logs in something unexpected. This Cross Grain Logs Brown. So now you really have the pictures of the whole forest here. I really, really like it. Very organic looking. So, KP, talk a little bit about what you like about this and why you were attracted to it.
Well, I'm not much of a color person, and I'm not very, I guess, colorful. I don't really know a word to use for that. But I love these just because blue is one of the colors that I actually do love.
Yeah.
And over the past year, I've found that I love floral prints as well. And it kind of goes along with the blue and floral a little
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then that outdoors vibe. You're an outdoors guy too.
Yep. Definitely.
So definitely that outdoors vibe. So good job on your selection. Good job. For someone who says they don't know fabric and they don't know color, I think you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
So
I tried very hard.
Pardon me?
I tried very hard.
I know you did, and it shows. So I've got one more thing to show you fabric-wise, and then just want to remind you that next week we'll have a collection chosen by GP. So stay tuned for that. So in addition to this beautiful collection, we have the one of our Color Club collections as well on a special price. So this is Willow Bark. This was September of 2022. And as we started, I'm going to move the cardboard out of here. As we started looking at these fabrics, and I was looking around the warehouse, I thought, boy, I think this willow would be a nice add to this whole collection. What do you guys think?
I think it works perfectly.
So
I'm
it's
glad
that,
you found it and threw it in there.
yeah, thank you. So it's that outdoor vibe in really rounding out the browns, but then of course the Prussian, the different colors of the leaves. I just think this is a really rich collection, and I can't wait to use it. I think this would make a beautiful Dina. So that is our fabric for today. Love it.
That's another thing that I've kind of learned over the past year is there's some colors that look really good together that you'd never think, or I would never think of.
Exactly. Exactly. It's always surprising. You know who's, of course, Gudrun is excellent at that. All right, guess what? I have a notion. My notion today is the By Annie stiletto and pressing tool. Now, I pulled this because as I'm thinking about what notion I'm going to show, this was the one in my hand. I have used this so much in the past week that I just had to grab it. So let's look at it on the table and I can show you a couple of features that I really love. First of all, it's a lightweight wood, so it has almost no weight to it. So when you're busy sewing for a long time, your hand won't get busy for handling this. I like that, and you can't really tell it because there. It has a flat side, so it won't, although there it goes rolling, it won't roll off my table. It will stop itself. It has different features, so I use this end of the tool when I'm doing some finger pressing, particularly if I'm pressing seams open. I can get my initial press using this, and then I'll bring in the iron. Easy to hold on to, and it has this nice and very sharp point. So this is great for feeding under the presser foot. Much more accurate than when I used to use my seam ripper for that. This is much more accurate, and this has come in so handy. I think I told you in the beginning quilting class we're teaching Kobe, and Kobe has lots of pressed, a lot of spun seams. So when you're spinning seams, you need to get in there and be sure all your seams are really held down nicely. So the stiletto is the tool I go to when I'm doing spinning seams. It does have a little cover for your sharp edge. But like I said, very soft, beech wood handle, very lightweight, smooth. I've been using this one every year for almost every day for almost 2 years, and it's just like new. So the By Annie Precision Placement Stiletto Tool. Love it, love it. I do love it. I do love that tool, and I do use it every single day. In fact, if someone else has it, borrowed it, I'm on the hunt for it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's look at a little project I did for today's fabrics. I think they are really fun and will be useful in all kinds of ways. So I went in the archives. You might remember the Petit Four baskets that we made maybe as long ago as a year. This is a free pattern, and we'll put the link. It's a free pattern from By Annie, as a matter of fact. And so let me show you what the basket looks like. So it's a real easy basket, and it's got soft and stable as the stabilizer and 2 different fabrics, and it's so simple to do and turns out really cute. Well, I thought I should do that and make one out of the fabrics from today. What do you think, guys?
I love it. I think I might have to keep
This
that
might
one.
end up on your desk.
I think it might.
It could end up on your desk.
It's my fabric.
It is your fabric. So let me show you a couple of
Variations?
Oh, I touched the remote. I should not have touched the remote. So I did a couple variations on the pattern. One thing I did is I put a base in here to give it a little bit more stability. So this is Paltex or your ultra firm stabilizer, and this one happens to be fusible, so I fused fabric to each side and just left the raw edges raw and just made it the side of the base of this, so it's going to have a lot more stability. The other change I did in it is I just took a little stitch in each corner, and that also gives the basket some more shape and stability, and it just feels more substantial. So there are a couple of changes to that. And we will be sure we put the link to the pattern in the blog, so we'll be sure it's there. But it's called, again, Petty 4 Baskets from Biani. Love it. So a couple other things I want to talk about. First of all, I did a couple of ideas. If we use this collection for Dina, I'm going to open the quilt to Dina here, open the book to Dina. Here she is. So Dina, as you know, is one of the quilts that we love. We call it scrappy with a focus. So looking at this fabric, I thought, well, if I were going to put a focus in here, what would that be? So I have two ideas of directions to go. First of all, you could go in this direction of going a little bit darker in this teal look. So this is Spectrostatic Forever Teal, and that would give you some focus from all of these prints. You could go even a little bit deeper. And then I went in the brown direction, and this is Grunge Winter Coal. So Grunge Winter Coal would be another, I think, really cool accent to this collection. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I really like the
Spectrostatic.
Spectrostatic. I always have trouble saying that one.
I do too. I do too. Which GP? Which one do you like?
I like the other one.
Grunge Winter Coal? Well, I'll have to make you each one. There's only one way to solve this problem. Make you each a quilt.
One for each.
I'll get right on it. I'll get right on that. All righty. So let's go back and look at the fabrics one more time and talk about upcoming classes and so on. Lots of fun happening. So back here at the table, I have the bundle club that we mentioned, and the bundle club is at membership prices. So it's a good deal for this bundle, and it's called Willow Bark, and it's 5 half yards. And then we have the cross-cut, cross-grain logs brown. This is a beautiful warm brown, and I really love it. Leaves light teal gives us that light value in here, which it makes this all very, very interesting. Ferns, evergreen, the ferns texture just doesn't quit. Love that one. More cross-cut logs. This one is cross-grain logs, pine, and so pretty, and again gives us that light color that's in the leaves over here. And the ferns, Prussian, so that blue-green, with also some green in here that echoes the green in this particular fern. And then we have leaves. This one is mid teal. So I'm going to hold it. You can see that this one is quite a bit lighter than this one. So there's lots of movement here in this collection. And then a floral, Water's Edge Navy. And we like that we think the colors are perfect, and it gives you that feeling of a kaleidoscope or a honeycomb. Again, that organic vibe that all of these prints have. And then the willow bark. This is a spectacular collection. So don't forget that the idea of putting either Spectrostatic Forever Teal or Grunge Winter Coal with this collection, if you were thinking about Dina. And Dina, of course, is from Stripology Quickies, and as soon as those are signed, they're going to be shipping out. Our notion for today is the Biani Stiletto, which I really, really love. And like I said, it's in my hand all the time. And our project for today is the Petty 4 basket, which is a free pattern from Biani's, coincidentally. And we will put the link to that in the blog, and you can see it here too. So if you go to Buy Annie's, and you'll find it. And the other thing I'm thinking is I would like to make this basket in different sizes. So you could take the dimensions from this and just sketch in the size you want this to be, and you'd have your own basket that would be a custom size. That would be a super fun ad. So that is our show for today. What have I missed, guys?
I don't think you missed anything. I think we
Once I got
it
the
all.
question, then we were good.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
almost
only
missed
get to
the
miss
question.
one thing per show.
Yeah, just one thing per show. Well, I think that's good. That's why I have to have two producers, because I'm always missing one thing per show.
I'll bring you back.
Thank you so much. Well, listen, I have the best producers. So that is our show for today. I'm Colleen from GE Designs. You can find all of this at gequiltdesigns.com. Check us out. Check out everything that's going on at GE, which is a lot. And grab your Stripology ruler, grab some fabric, and do something really fun today. See you next time with Mr. GP's collection. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.